Hello everyone, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button. Something slightly different today. We are going to make a version of my inspiration board. If you watch my craft room tour, above my desk I have a really big inspiration board that's got bits that I've made, cards, things people have sent me. There's a photograph of me and my older brother when we were babies. All kinds of things on this kind of board. And it's getting pretty full and it needs to be redone. But I have this one too that needs to be done. And this one fits in the camera frame if I do it on the floor. So, I'm going to see a fat old lady huffing and puffing on the floor. It's really easy to do. I hope it's easy. It will be easy. We're just going to staple some string onto the board. Are you ready? I think I'm ready. I'm trying to get down elegantly. It's not going to be elegant. Not at all. Right, so I've roughly spread out my strings, but I think I might, let me get comfortable. Don't want to be on my knees all the time. I think I might have too many. I might take one off and we do one in the middle. Oh no, I might not. What I might do it roughly. If we do that, that's probably about right. It doesn't matter too much because we're going to fill it up with stuff. This is why I wanted a middle one. It don't matter too much, Lindsay. You're thinking too hard about it. Well, we'll do that. We'll do that. It really doesn't matter because all we will be doing, I'm going to double this over on itself a little bit because there's going to be quite a lot of weight put onto here, so I want to make sure it's as secure as possible. So do forgive the staple noises. What do we think? Yeah, that's quite secure. Okay, let's do the next one. Really easy. Just put more than one in. You could probably get away with one, but I'm putting more than one in just to make sure. Do that one first. And then you can put, the idea about doing this, instead of like a cork board, is that you can hang 3D things on it basically. And you're very fortunate today that I've got matching socks on, because normally I do not care about such things. There's a lady on Instagram and it's about perimenopausal women and the things they don't care about, and I'm just, it's a balm to my soul. Right, I'm going to turn this around rather than huffing and puffing that way. I'm sure it'll all still be roughly in shot. Okay. Yeah, that's roughly. Flip that, and it's going in like butter. I much prefer a staple gun to a hot glue gun when you're doing stuff like this. I think the one on the wall has actually been done with a hot glue gun. I'm always worried it's going to fall apart. Now, having said that, it's been like that for years and hasn't fallen apart. But you know, still worry. Like I said, this is just gardening twine, it's nothing special. We are going to go to Risley Barnes and the two good charity shops in my town. So Risley Barnes is, I think it's the other side of Bury St Edmunds from where I live, so it's deep into Suffolk. And is a place that I haven't been to for a while. I've got a general idea of where I want to go first and what I want to get. Like a sort of wish list, rather than, you can't, when you go to charity shops and antique barns, which is what Risley Barnes is, you can't have like a precise list, but you can have an idea, and that's what I've got an idea. Right, so we have these ones done. Oh no, not quite. I hope the noise is not too bad. But I don't really know how else I would do it without making that noise. So what I thought, I cut 3 out, but I actually think I'm only going to need 2 on this side. This is the string that hangs it on the wall, so I don't want that to get messed up in it all. But we will place them. They need to go under that string actually. So I think this has had a few pictures in it. It does have like an information label, and it says Holland Park on the front of it. And we've got some wax, so and it'll be with a smelly sort of wax, but we'll be alright. We'll have a go at just tighten it up a little bit, and then I will put it on the wall, and that'll be the thumbnail. Kind of a picture of that on the wall. Now let's make these as roughly equidistant as we possibly can. But if you can, sometimes like charity shops or thrift stores like have empty frames at a really reasonable rate, or you could buy a frame that has something in it that you don't particularly like. I remember the big one that's in the craft room tour, I paid £1.25 for that on a charity shop on Mill Road in Cambridge. Mill Road is quite spendy. It was quite a long time ago, but yeah. There's some good charity shops on Mill Road though, actually. There used to be an amazing one called Sally Ann's, and it's kind of moved around the corner. I think it's on Tennyson Road now, if you know Cambridge. Oh, look at all the bits that have fallen off. Okay, well, it's alright, we'll manage that. It's got plaster on it. It is an antique. That was another reason why I didn't want to do it on the desk, because the desk is quite hard, and I thought, well, at least my floor has got some sort of padding to it. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep it in shot. I'm going to hold that up, and what I'm going to do is, oh no, I'm going to do it that way and that way. I'm just going to weave this string between the other strings. Yep. I'm going to do kind of the opposite with this one. Lay back down gently. Nice. So yeah, there's kind of a maker's mark on here. You can't really read it. Looking glass. Oh, so originally. So was it originally a mirror? I don't know. I do think it's just had lots of things put in it. I'll show you the label on the front in a minute. It is beautiful. It was one of those things that I looked at it and I thought, I just have to have that. And it was from a local charity shop from here, in where I live. Sorry, going a bit ham with the thingies there. Oh, run out of staples. Have run out of staples. That'll teach me. I don't know if I've got that right. Have I got that right? Oh, that was it. It's never enough. That's it. There's never enough room. I'm going to just break that in half. Bear with me, please. We're nearly done when it comes to the stapling. Put those to one side or I'll stand on them. There we go. That wasn't a very good one. That was better. So yeah, it's going to be a Risley Bones day. It's a bit miserable weather-wise. But it's a bank holiday weekend and there's a list of things I want to do. Like house things, just a gentle, not too much pressure on myself. Some house things I want to do, and there's videos I want to make. I think we'll have lunch together, me and my hubby. He's got a list of things he wants to do. I think there's things we're going to do in the evening. It's going to be nice. So this is the frame. And you can see it's got plaster, but it's all falling apart. And this is how I bought it. So I've got my little pot of wax. So I'm just going to gently, I have cleaned it, but it's just so, it's got like, well, probably 100 years worth of encrusted muck on it. And I don't want to scrub it because I'm frightened of the plaster coming off. You know, it's not great. So we're just going to gently pretty it up. Now, can I elegantly get this wax being shot? Don't know about putting my face on the internet yet. It's strange because at work I have done some training videos and I've got a nice looking at. It is a vintage ordnance survey map that's plastic. It's from, I think these ones are from the 80s. Yeah, 1981. The ones that are from the 70s and 60s I use for junk journaling because they're not covered in plastic, but I've got a few of these and I thought, oh well, they can be vintage kind of vintage mats, mucky mats. Right, so I think I'm still in shock, but we're just gonna, it's not the same gold, but I don't really want it to be the same gold. It is very stinky. I'll be opening a window in a minute. I'll switch the camera off then because there'll be noise from outside. There's building work and all kinds of stuff going on. But I think you get an idea. Let's do a corner. Oh, it kind of does blend quite alright. Once you sort of blend it in, it'll be fine. And I don't want it to be like opaque. I do want some of the dirt still. The dirt looks good. People pay money for this kind of dirt on things. But you can see why I don't want to go at it with like chemicals or a brush, you know, like anything more than a brush really. I've just gone over it with a paintbrush. Just because it's so old. And this is just artist wax. I do have some rub and buff somewhere. But I like this colour. I bought this for junk journaling, but it was just too smelly to be using all the time for junk journaling. Put some leftover bits on, just bring it together. There we go, I like that. That's going to be nice. It's catching high spots as well. Oh, look at that! Look at the detail. There we go. I know this is not junk journaling or slow stitching. I do sustainably craft. This is all part of it. This is part of making your space. If it's a corner of your room, or you know, you have a room for yourself, you know, just putting things that sort of reflect your personality and reflect your values and stuff. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It does take time though. I have a theory that things either cost a lot of money and you can get it all done quickly, or it doesn't cost any money but it takes time and effort. And as I don't have money, never have had real money that you want, you know, kind of indulgence money to spend on a load of antiques and just immediately put it all in, or get an interior designer. I think that's probably. Then we do what we must. Right, I'm going to do it up to there so that you've got a real kind of sense of what needs to be done. I've found some staples that I would be sitting on. I used to sit on the floor to do all kinds of stuff. I think it's a skill that you need not to lose, so I should sit on the floor more often. Because I can feel my hips going. I need to go to do some Pilates, Lindsay. I keep having to move my feet to my hips and stuff. There we go. Sitting on the floor. So it says Holland there. I'm not too bothered that I've not covered it up completely, but I'm not gonna. It's not precious. I don't think it ever had like an old master in it or anything. It could have just had a glass. I don't know. I just know that it's coming up a treat with a bit of. It's a warmer gold, but I don't dislike it. I quite like it actually. I really like the colour. If you don't want to do this smelly wax, what would you? You can get some good gold paint, some good gold acrylic paint, and sort of almost dry brush it on. That would work. But I don't, you know, you might not be looking at, you know, you might not start with such a decrepit frame. But I really like the decrepitness of it. I really like it with the wax on. This is kind of what I was hoping to do with it. And it's just hung on that wall forever and not done anything with it. Put too much on there. I might end up using all this pot, but I'm not bothered about that either. Is it an inspiration board or is it an inspiration frame? Answers on a postcard. I don't think they do answers on a postcard anymore, do they? It's text. Click on the QR code. Follow the instructions. Okay, so do one last corner and then I need to open that window. I've also feel safe about doing this because the cat's not going to be, he's now an outside cat. Our cat is so funny. In the summer, he just becomes feral. He just comes in to be fed. Will allow you the odd little pet. But the rest of the time, I'm going to go over it with another clean brush and buff it up, I think. The rest of the time, he wants to be out in the back garden. Or out on there's like car park with garages and stuff. Out there. And he does not want to be hassled. You can see this bit's flaking off. But that's alright. I'm not going to stress. I'm not being too precious about it because it's already a bit bashed up. Well, it's a lot bashed up. Let's be honest, Lindsay. It's a lot bashed up. But it does look good. I might try and find a soft cloth and buff it up. Leave it for a bit. When we come back from Rizla Barnes or something. So, there we go. That's as far as I'm going to go with you because I need to open the window because it's quite smelly. And you know, I'll be able to take my pegs and peg bits and pieces on it. I think once I've done both of them, I'll do another sort of short. No, I'll wait until I get my bit of furniture. I've took some measurements for that corner where there's like all the plastic totes and stuff. And I want either one cupboard or two cupboards or a cupboard and a set of shelves to get everything off the floor. I don't want things on the floor other than I have projects and project baskets out. So the chair's got a basket on it with a project in for a workshop I'm doing. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking because I need to open that window. If you've enjoyed it, give us a like, give us a follow. It's not a follow, it's a subscribe on YouTube. And I will be along very soon. iPost is really good. If you enjoy the content, you got this far, subscribe and hit the little bell because I probably post minimum 3 times a week, but it's not necessarily on consistent days because I find I'm not I'm not that organised yet. I am very organised in other ways, but you know, we're a neuro spicy house, so I'm amazed I get this much done really, and having to work as well. So there we go. Anyway, I will talk to you soon. Bye bye. Now, how do I get up elegantly and switch the camera off? That's the question. Shall we see if I did it all right? Oh, old lady. There we go. Bye bye everyone.